Hello, and welcome to the Animated Dudes Podcast. Now let's get animated.
Woohoo! Guys?
Hi.
Oh, hey, it's a new voice. Please introduce yourself, new voice.
Hey, I'm Trent, Onemanshowoff. I make YouTube stuff. You might have seen me recommended by Review Your Life, and I've collaborated with him, and I do videos. I did a recent one with Miss ZZ. I draw. I do stuff.
All-around art person, I see.
Yes, a content creator, if you will, but I don't think anyone cares about my Patreon that I have, but I mean, I might as well shill it here now that I mentioned it.
Don't worry, there'll be time for shilling. Plenty of time.
Okay, great. Shilling and jacking and jilling.
It's terrible.
That's disgusting.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I've seen your videos, Trent, and you put a lot of effort into them.
Yeah, sometimes I think I'm not putting in the required amount of effort to get popular like everyone else, but it's like, who gives a crap? You're still putting in something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like my Xena video, I didn't color in the pictures like my hentai review video, but I did it to do it faster, and man, I came up with something really lively in the end still. And
I still really liked it. You can't always color everything in. It was still really good.
And even then, the most popular videos aren't even that edited. Everyone just plays a bunch of clips of characters talking, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to play clips of characters talking. I mean, I did that in my OKKO video, but I would rather just use still screen caps or drawings because I'm tired of seeing the same thing all the time in reviewers.
Yeah, that makes sense. I use footage a lot,
Something to call your own?
Yeah.
You use footage of the shows?
Yeah, I have shout out to Mr. Nostalgia because he hooks up cartoon reviewers with a lot of footage.
How does he get his footage? Does he do DVDs or something?
I don't know, maybe iTunes. I don't know. He just has his ways.
I should hit him up if I ever want to talk about something really obscure.
Yeah,
what
he
I just
doesn't
did
have...
for my review is just rip the YouTube.
Oh yeah, your review that's coming out.
Oh yeah, but we're recording this on the 29th, so it'll be out March 1st, which plenty of time after recording this.
All right. So what now? Are we gonna do the podcast thing and talk about our topics that we have here?
Yes. Let's get into topics.
All right.
Shade.
Glitch Tech's on Netflix. This show's been pushed back. It's a show I was looking forward to. It seemed like it was shelved. Nick wasn't releasing it. It's supposed to come out in 2018, then 2019, but it's finally out in 2020 and it's on Netflix.
Okay, here's what happened. They were renewed for a season 2, but season 2 was already canceled right as they were about to start work on season 1. So there was a lot of communication that didn't add up. So I guess and then Nick later on made a deal with Netflix for original programming. So they finally, after releasing Picky Malinky, then the Invader Zim and Rocco specials, they then put Glitch Techs on Netflix because they feel that because TV is not doing so well, they're going to be they're choosing Netflix to show off their shit.
Yeah,
which is a good thing. TV's dying.
Yes, but there's only 10 episodes of Glitch Techs. I mean, 9, but I mean, technically 9, but I mean, no, it's 9 episodes, but there's still 10 because, the first episode is 2 episodes.
Oh, one of those things. Oh, also,
yes.
Why do I keep seeing Twitter posts about Fanboy and Chum Chum references in this show?
Because the people that made Glitch Techs made Fanboy and Chum Chum.
Right, that should be obvious to me. A lot of people pointed that out to me. I was like, wait a minute. Oh my gosh.
Remember when every YouTube ranter ever hated Fanboy and Chum Chum and everything modern in cartoons?
Yes. That was a terrible time to be alive.
That was a terrible time to be alive where everything was bad. The 90s were so much better. And now everyone's getting nostalgia for the early 2000s, like Billy and Mandy and Chowder. Have you seen the music video for Panini? Or one of them?
Which one?
The animated one. The one where they actually used Chowder.
Oh, I think I remember the one you're talking about.
Nas is a guy that understands our generation, and that's because he's kind of our age. Yeah. I mean, Old Town Road was literally promoted through TikTok and just trying to force a meme.
Yeah,
it works, but yeah, Glitch Techs, it's a really good show, and it appeals to me especially because I'm a fucking gamer nerd. Gamer noid. I'm a gamer nerd.
You're an epic Fortnite gamer.
I don't play Fortnite, I play Devil May Cry. I play Fortnite.
Mario.
What the fuck? Okay, who dropped?
What?
Shade dropped.
Oh no, Shade's out.
Okay.
He'll be back in a second.
Sorry,
literal second.
My computer screen froze. My Mac.
Oh my god, I have a Mac. I have a Mac too, and I wish I had a PC.
Everybody wishes they had a PC. All right, if you're ever getting a PC, I just recommend building it yourself. It's always cheaper in the long run, and you can always you have full control over what goes in and how powerful it is.
I've been working on that. I've actually got people I've been talking with to help build my PC, and I got the parts I need. I just need the money to get them because $1,500 is not something you get easily.
Oh yeah, basic part-time jobs and commissions can help.
Yeah, and at least I'm gonna finally play Hat in Time at a smooth frame rate.
What were you playing it on before?
My PS4 and Switch.
Oh.
And the frame rate is low, but I Hat in Time is my all-time favorite video game that I don't mind it at all.
Did you ever play Ukulele when it came out?
No, because I don't care. I'd rather play Banjo. I never even played Banjo, but I want to play Banjo.
Yeah, the games are on Xbox. I have an Xbox. I still haven't got Rare Replay yet.
Nah, I think soon Nintendo's going to release Banjo because fans never shut up, and when they never shut up, they get what they want. That's why Banjo is in Smash.
Yeah, I could see a Banjo remake or something maybe coming to Switch and also Xbox. Because Super Lucky Tail got on Xbox. I mean, it got on Switch after being on Xbox, and Cuphead that got on Switch.
I think the only character that people still want are Waluigi and Geno.
Speaking of yeah, Nintendo and Microsoft are buddies, and I just want Dante in Smash, okay? Either that or Crash or Travis Touchdown.
I could see Crash because, the more cartoon 90s aesthetic fits well with the other Smash Brothers roster.
And yeah, say what you want about, like, all the characters, like, ooh, anime fighters all the same. Like, at least they're different to play, each of them, even though their designs look similar to each other. So I was talking with my brother about Bailiff and how disappointed I was, but it's like, Bailiff still looks fun regardless because he's got, like, variety in his weapons, so my brother can't see how Crash could be in Smash because he would probably be like another character.
Which one?
I guess Luigi, because I can't think of a way to make Crash, like, original enough. Like, they would just incorporate his special, just a spinning special. And he could do the slide dash.
What does Crash have outside of spinning?
I mean, unless you play Crash of the Titans, which, by the way, I actually like. I like Crash of the Titans and Mind Over Mutant. I guess I have some pretty hot takes. I got a hot take for you. I think the soundtracks of the 3D Sonic games are better than the 2D ones.
Well, of course. That rock-centric soundtrack fits well with a really supposedly fast-paced Hedgehog. Also,
there's variety in the tracks, like Sonic Heroes and Adventure have a lot more than just rock.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure 2 was just nothing but rock.
I've been getting into, like Sonic Force's Fist Pump. I got into that pretty well after a while.
That's a genuinely good song for a game that's just simply a basic ass Sonic Generations mod.
Oh, also, here's a hot take. I don't like a good portion of the music in Team Sonic Racing.
All
right. Let me explain myself.
I mean, I don't know what the songs are other than the main one that was by Crush 40, but go on.
All right, yeah, the Crush 40. All right, so they basically got some past composers and some of the composers that worked on Sonic Mania to do remixes for the tracks in Team Sonic Racing. And the Crush 40 song is the one that irks me the most because this is a very Sonic Colors-centric game. Like, the entire thing is about Wisps. The story involves you going to Planet Wisp. And they did not, and only in the powers that be, Hyper Potions, did they ever reference Sonic Colors once, and that was in Ice Mountain. It was just a small leitmotif.
That is kind of lazy, but the only racing game I cared about is Crash Team Racing, but oh wait, that game is bad because of microtransactions that are optional if you have friends to play with.
Yeah.
And even then, they have so many characters that are super fucking obscure. And then people are like, Mario Kart 8, Crash, Sonic, fucking Mario Kart World Tour on the phone does microtransactions a lot worse, though.
Yeah, but everybody kind of hates Mario Kart on the phone.
All right. But do people still hate Crash Team Racing?
I think I've heard people coming around to it, just it doesn't receive as much praise. It's like, yeah, we kind of like it, now go away while we wait for Animal Crossing.
Oh yeah, because the internet has a low attention span and they only trust what Twitter says because everyone goes on Twitter and they don't actually watch cartoons. I'm sorry for being salty, just God, Twitter would be a lot better if everyone, no. I think everyone should just, I don't like Twitter, okay?
It's very much an echo chamber.
Yeah.
I wish everyone had Big Brain and went on Newgrounds. I miss Tumblr.
I'm still like, I have a Newgrounds account. I'm just very scared to post on it because it seems like there's a mark of high quality for everything that's posted on it, even though I know that's not the truth.
Oh, there is like strong quality control, but at the same time, though, people provide criticism, like actual reviews on your work. So, like, I mean, yeah, it used to be like everyone would call you gay and just move on, but now I've been getting like genuine like critiques that kind of dig deep, and they're not trying to like hurt me. They're just like, hey, I don't know why this is on Newgrounds when it's more for YouTube, but you know, it's animated, so I don't know. It's just I got some genuine, insightful stuff that I wouldn't get on YouTube.
I might post to Newgrounds more. I just need to learn how to navigate it better.
It's actually really easy to navigate. Hang on a minute. Can I read you probably the funniest review I've ever gotten on Newgrounds?
Sure.
I'm not gonna say who the guy is because I don't want to insult him, but anyway, interesting video. If this ain't owned, why someone want judge this? Not spam. Simple, short, and forecastly. And then I responded with, do you speak English? You know what that reminds me of?
What?
Please pay DMC to eat the bed. Except that review makes less sense than that. No offense to the guy that wrote it. I'm sure you mean well. Just, I wish you spoke English. Like
the most famous Newgrounds review I remember was the ... one on that one stick figure RPG.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And the guy that voices it, Rice Pirate, is tired of hearing everyone be like, oh, you're the ... guy.
I mostly know Rice Pirate for how I set up my audio now. Like, he taught me how to put up, like, luggage and pillows and everything on my walls just to help soundproof the room.
Wait, personally hit you up, or did he just...
No, he had a video on his channel saying how to make your audio better.
Oh, I gotta look that up myself. The reason I sound like this, and I'm not using my Blue Yeti, is because my Blue Yeti, for some reason, makes me lag. So, it's the only microphone I had for, like, 3 years to give me high-quality audio. I plan on getting a new one.
That's what I'm using right now, actually.
All right. Oh, how dare you use a Blue Yeti? It's very low quality and blah blah blah. I don't want to be a professional, okay? I want to be a hobbyist.
I'm not a professional voice actor. I'm a cartoonist, dang it. I've only got one talent here.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I want to do acting one day. Just I don't feel like I need to spend $1 bazillion to get a good audio setup when I could just go to like a place to audition and I'll be done.
Actually, my old college campus has a specific room. It's mostly for musicians, but it's a soundproof room with a piano in it where you can like rent a room for so much time and you can have that entire, like, I think it's like 5 foot by 5 foot square room, soundproof room all to yourself. And it's amazing for your recording quality. I've never had audio so clear with my crappy mic.
God, I wish I took advantage of the stuff in my college. I went to 2 colleges. First college, I went to the School of Visual Arts. Yes, the same school that Ian and Rebecca and John Daleworth went to. I left because it was too pricey, so I went to a state university to learn comic books. I went to SVA to learn animation, and then I went to my state uni to learn comic books, and I think it's a better investment because I'd rather do comic books.
Yeah, and like, somebody asked me, like, even though I don't have the experience, hey, how do I get high? I want to be a storyboard artist. What should I do? And I said, make a webcomic. That's the best thing you could do. It tells you the 2 things a storyboard artist needs to do. Tell a story and draw a pretty picture.
Alex Hirsch got hired to make a cartoon because Disney saw his high school animated thing online.
Yeah, just put yourself out there, make a bunch of stuff, and don't stop making stuff. You'll be seen eventually.
Rice Pirate got his gig as a voice actor because some guy asked him to help him with a website. And I have a photo teacher that got a job because he posted a picture of his dog on Instagram and the client liked that dog.
I like dog. I hire you now.
Basically, it just sort of happens and you can't tell what's going to happen. I've met, for fuck's sake, I have a friend that went to school with Vivzy Pop. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of that one video of, what's her name? Robo Buddies, where they went to school with Cylia. Or Psy, the anime reviewer.
Oh, that weirdo. Okay. Also, my anatomy teacher at SVA was Vivzy Pop's thesis advisor.
Huh.
So I still talk with that teacher, and I feel like that's why I kind of see Vivzy more as a person, because I guess I have like a connection with her, and it also helps that she grew up in Maryland, my home state.
Like, did they have any thoughts on Hasbin Hotel?
Do they have any thoughts on Hasbin? Wait, who does?
Like the thesis teacher or whatever.
I think once I go to New York, I'll talk to him about that, because I want to talk to him about a lot of things. He especially likes me because he reminds me of his son who is autistic. And that's not even like an insult. Like I actually have Asperger's, and I got to bond with my teacher because I did like familiar quirks that reminded him of his son. So
should I use that as a transition?
What autism?
No, speaking of quirks, Shade just saw the My Hero Academia movie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I want to see it. How was it?
It was good. It's a very fan servicey movie. Like, I mean, I've only watched season 1, but it's still really good.
Were there any points where you were lost, like in the story?
No, it explains the story very well.
Oh, that kind of fan service, not the other kind.
Yeah, no.
That was in a movie theater.
Yeah.
Just there's a cool moment at the end, which I won't spoil, but like if you follow the manga, the anime, it's a pretty cool moment.
I really want to see that movie because I liked the first movie, but the only thing I'm kind of peeved off with Hero Academia and even Glitch Text is that they lower the lighting on certain scenes because they're too bright, and apparently that's sensitive in Japan.
Yeah, I wish for Glitch Text there was an option to like there could be like Netflix could have a seizure, like if you're prone to seizures, you can like click this thing. Or
I want a home release because nothing beats physical media.
Yeah.
What else? There was
Ted Mouse working for Netflix. What?
Yeah, I'll get the article.
Okay.
While he's getting the article, I'd like to discuss. Did we talk about the Sonic movie last time?
I thought the movie.
I haven't seen it, but
I thought the movie was great.
Yeah, I also liked the movie. And when I saw like a bunch of like internet reviewers' response, like, "Well, did you think it was gonna be good?" and like a bunch of other people just like being so overly negative that it wasn't like Sonic Adventure, a direct adaptation.
Wait, what? I thought people hated it because it wasn't like Sonic Mania Adventures, because I thought Sonic Mania is literally the only Sonic that anyone ever likes ever.
Like a lot of people were I was confused. Like Doug Walker, Mr. Nostalgia Critic, essentially wanted the Sonic, not Sat-AM, the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon, the wacky one, the movie.
That's what he wanted? I thought he hated it, Sat-AM. I thought he hated Adventures.
I don't know. It's just so confusing.
And speaking of that, the Sonic fan film.
Oh yeah.
Sonic
fan film.
Doug Walker was in that one.
Yeah, he has a non-speaking cameo.
Yeah, I saw a fan dub of that movie. I saw a parody dub of that movie where the robot has him pinned down and he's like, "Hey, big-lipped alligator moment. Ha ha ha."
Right. Did you like stick around for the after credits scene?
We all did.
Yes, we did. And I loved every bit of that. Although his design was kind of off-putting to me, just a little bit. Like I think it might have been the eyes.
I don't know. I just feel like that if this movie was entirely animated and it didn't take place on Earth, people would love it more. Even if they had like a generic plot where Sonic has to fight Eggman with the power of friendship.
Yeah. And I know people are making a bunch of Alvin and the Chipmunk and the Smurfs comparisons. It's one of those movies, but it does it the best out of all of them.
Yeah, because it's Sonic. It's not a teenage guy twerking his butt off to Cha-Cha Slide.
And I saw a lot of people complaining that Sonic was flossing, and I'm like, he's canonically 14. Like, he's allowed to floss. Like, come on.
He's observing pop culture in the modern era, and flossing is like a thing people do that is like hey, why are people mad at flossing? Because it's like, oh, he's trying too hard to be hip. People don't get mad when people say tubular or radical.
Radical rat. Like, I'm not sure what they were expecting, him to do 90s stuff.
Yeah, because apparently the 90s is actually good and not... I came up with this bizarre theory that people don't think Sonic Mania Sonic is cool, and that's why he's good.
What?
I thought that, like, people hated Sonic because he's poochy, and that Mania Sonic isn't poochy because he's cute and not cool. Therefore, a genuinely good from the heart and soul and heart. I'm just coming up with dumb shit to make my mind melt for fun.
Sega, like Sonic Team and Sega and Sonic in general is just a big mess right now. Like they turned Sonic Generations from like it's a young Sonic to it's an alternate dimension Sonic, even though it's technically part of the same timeline and all this good jazz.
I'm gonna be honest. Maybe the reason Sonic was old Sonic in Generations is because like in Forces Sonic Mania was like an alternate timeline, so that's why he became an alternate dimension. I don't know.
Maybe? I don't know. And then,
I mean, the canon still feels easier to follow than Archie comic Sonic, which, by the way, is still a good comic series, and it sucks that it's gone forever. Moving on.
Ouch. And then the big old thing where I saw a tweet where they had the old Sonic models, like whenever Sonic was rolled into a ball, I believe that was a practical effect.
It was. I
yes,
remember.
And they had that, and somewhere in some studio, they have a fuzzy Sonic ball that they just roll around the office.
Wow.
Why don't they just make that into a toy? You know how much that would sell?
To be oh, do you remember those old plushies that their gimmick was they turned into like a berry that rolled around?
Oh my god! That's genius!
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah!
Those things. My sister had one that smelled like tangerines, and we'd roll that thing down. We'd put that thing into a bowl and roll it into some plastic bowling pins we had, and it was the best thing ever. And I want them to make a Sonic like that.
Why didn't Sonic partner up with the food chain Sonic?
That's also a thing. Like, that was a missed opportunity. Instead, they went with Jack in the Box.
Yeah,
and also
they're like Sonic loves mini tacos. No, he likes chili dogs.
He eats chili dogs in the movie, though.
Yeah, he eats chili dogs in the movie, and like Sonic calls it a chili cheese coney.
By the way, I'm lucky that I got to see the Sonic movie without many kids in there, so I didn't get to hear loudness. I mean, I heard.
Oh, speaking of loudness in a movie theater, the My Hero movie, there were some like girls in the back who were like screaming and saying like when Bakugo showed up, they're like, "My boy, my boy's on screen." It was I got used to it, like, but my dad
gets used to it.
That's rude. That reminds me of the time when Pikachu spoke in that one Pokemon movie. Everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was. You could hear the audible, like, "Are you serious?"
I'd rather be in that movie theater, honestly.
Also, what was that one thing that Valve announced, that Anthem card game or whatever, that you could hear audible disappointment?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I just know that Valve has made a VR game of Half-Life, and people are more excited for that.
Oh, yeah, the supposed continuation of Half-Life we've all been waiting like 5 decades for.
No, it's not a continuation. It's like a side story that takes place in Half-Life 2, but you're playing as a guy named Alex.
Oh, all right. Well, then this is going to be a very big shift in opinions.
It's a bridge, like a little bridge between like upcoming stuff. Like, I guess Valve wanted to test the water to see if people still gave a shit about Half-Life, and they do.
Of course we do, especially after the big dumpster fire that was Hunt Down the Freeman.
Hunt Down the what?
You are not aware of Hunt Down the Freeman?
That sounds like a Gmod parody.
Okay, so a bunch of randos got together and said, "Hey, let's make a mod for Half-Life, but it's not a mod; it's an actual game with a bunch of voice acting and SFM cutscenes, right?"
What the fuck?
And it was about some random soldier one of the soldiers that was sent to kill all the scientists, including Gordon. And they got beat up and made a pact with the G-Man to go hunt down Mr. Freeman. And it was one of the worst games ever. And if you look up any reviews, like Pyrocynical was in it, I Hate Everything was in it. They were voice actors. And as soon as the game came out and they played it, they immediately turned on them and made super long complaint videos. And I recommend the Pyrocynical one. It is a joy to watch. It is amazing.
All right, this is hope you don't mind me expressing an unpopular opinion. I don't like Pyrocynical that much because the guy spends like an hour being like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? This is weird. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? This is weird."
All right, then try I Hate Everything. They both pretty much get the same points across, but it is just a and it's a mod that they charge you money for this.
Okay, that is pure bullshit, and I think
sold on the Steam store, which gives it an unofficial seal of approval from Valve. It's kind of disgusting.
But how are they able to make money off of a fan property? I thought you weren't allowed to do that.
I don't know. I guess they got permission, and it's not even a finished product. There are so many bugs and glitches, and some people had if you look up some walkthroughs of this game, they've had to no clip to get through certain areas because they didn't bind certain keys to important tools, and they forgot to remove invisible walls. It's terrible.
Holy shit. This reminds me of like a really old mod of Half-Life, Half-Life 2. You remember Cry of Fear?
Sort of.
It's a 2013 Half-Life 2 mod that it's a survival horror game. I don't know what's happening, but apparently this guy is on drugs and he's trying to escape the demons that are haunting him. I can't explain it. I just know that it's really old. It came out in 2012, and I'm sure it's a better mod than Hunt for the Freeman.
Yeah, it's a paid mod. It's disgusting, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I remember seeing a review of Cry of Fear by the creator of goddamn Something Awful. Remember the Something Awful forums?
Oh yeah, the Something Awful forums. That was a dream.
The founder of those forums did a Let's Play of Cry of Fear, and he hated every single second of it. And it's like, it doesn't look that bad, but he's being so goddamn harsh on it. Then again, that guy's harsh on everything, and he absolutely despises Slenderman because Slenderman came from Something Awful, and it became a meme.
I helped create you. I just hate you so much.
Yeah, that's how he is. It's just. Yeah, Cry of Fear. I think that's a better mod. I feel like that's a better mod than Hunt for the Freeman. And
you haven't even seen it yet.
No, I've seen a lot of Cry of Fear, but I haven't seen Hunt for the Freeman.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's probably like Call of Duty levels of generic.
Oh, not generic, just bad.
Broken, like glitches everywhere. Like we're talking Fallout 76 glitches.
Yeah, pretty much. Like game crashes and certain keys not bound. Like you have to holster your weapon in order to parkour and grab on things, and I think go prone, because going prone in Half-Life, that's a thing now. And they forgot to auto bind the holster key, so you have to go in and bind it yourself.
The simple act of shooting guns and reloading does not work.
Well, sometimes. Well, the thing is, they set up scenarios where they have infinitely spawning enemies for you to shoot at, but you're never supposed to engage in that fight. Instead, you were supposed to get bored and wander off to a random part of the map for a level transition to be.
Okay.
It's all sorts of confusing.
Gaming is weird. I just want to play Hat in Time in peace. So, Titmouse working with Netflix. Can we finally talk about that?
Yes, let's talk about that. Shade?
Great! We're going to get infinite more seasons of Big Mouth. It's going to be like 5,324 million.
No. It's the new Johnny Test.
Oh, yes. But seriously, I'm looking forward to whatever. I hope they do Scott Pilgrim. I hope they even thought about it or whatever. A continuation of Motor City. Who fucking knows?
A new Megas XLR.
Oh, yeah, since Cartoon Network doesn't give a shit about it.
Yeah. They're apparently working on a adult animated series with Pendleton Ward, The Midnight Gospel. I heard about that.
Was that the one where the main character looks like a red anime character?
Yeah. It's cool. Pendleton Ward is doing something like after Adventure Time.
I thought all he was doing was eating pizza with a VR set, looking up upskirts.
What I've been seeing is like he's been going on Twitch, and I guess just doing a bunch of things in Blender. I guess he's teaching himself to model or something. I don't know. He doesn't talk. He just like sits there at his computer and does 3D modeling for a few hours and then just signs off.
The guy is a weird, but he's like my weird bro, you know?
Yeah. I have high hopes for this. I hope it's good.
I just want Scott Pilgrim to be on Netflix, and that's going to be one of our topics. Scott Pilgrim, man.
Yeah, I found this cool Kickstarter thing. It's over now, but
oh yeah, it's for a figurine at board game thing, which there's actual modeled figures on there that have 3 dimensions, and I like that, but I'm not into it as much as I am with the information of an animated series, which I don't know if we're going to get an animated series. I hope we do. And in case you haven't noticed, Scott Pilgrim is my all-time favorite thing ever. I love Scott Pilgrim so much. I have pure nostalgia for it, and I relate so hard to the main character, except I'm not a piece of shit. Yeah, and I love that the story is about a piece of shit learning how to not be a piece of shit. And
yeah,
I would rather buy the minifigure game just so I could put all these figures on display, because these figures look really good.
Yeah, they even just sold the figures like they're exclusive to the thing. Like there was a minis only pack where they made exclusive figures just for the pack.
Oh, and in that case, I'm gonna buy the mini exclusive. But wait, is the mini exclusive pack $99?
I'm gonna. I think it's the Kickstarter's over. I was like considering.
All right, because I would rather I mean, I'd rather pay $100 to get like a special edition of a Scott Pilgrim book, because that has all sorts of goodies in it.
Scott Pilgrim amiibo.
Fuck, I wish. I want the Scott Pilgrim video game on the Switch, okay?
Yeah, they need to release it. They need to release it.
Yeah, but apparently they're not releasing it because Anamanaguchi is being a real bitch about money rights.
Oh, that's
so it's not because Ubisoft is being a bitch. It's Anamanaguchi being real bitches.
Yeah, I'm surprised that the soundtrack is still on Spotify.
Oh shit! It is on Spotify and iTunes and Google Play.
and you can buy CDs of it.
I want the CD right now. I want to get into collecting physical stuff of things I love. I like collecting physical stuff because even though digital is convenient, I like having physical stuff to look at so I can be inspired when I look around my room like, hey, what shall I draw today? Scott Pilgrim, okay.
I mean, you don't really need to look around your room for that.
I don't have to look around my room, sure. But
it would be nice.
Yes, I like being surrounded by colors.
Yeah, oh man. What I mostly do is I'll just I've tacked up 3 blankets to my walls just to soundproof it. But I really miss my posters. I can't take them with me.
I'd rather go in my closet to do soundproof recording if I ever do that.
I don't have that luxury.
My closet is filled up with my dresser because my room is pretty small. But hey, soon I'll get a bigger room.
Yeah.
I moved my desk closer to my closet.
Oh yeah, we never tried your new recording setup.
Yeah, I could move it, but
Ah, damn it. For a second, I was thinking, you Shade, you're not the bear from Review Your Life. I'm sorry.
I'm not. No, that's Zach Menard.
You sound a bit like him.
Well,
all right. So what now?
The Gorillaz released a thing called the Song Machine.
Yeah, it's not an animated series as I thought it would be, but it's instead a series of animations that are music videos for their new songs.
Yeah.
And I'll take that, and that's fine, because I love Gorillaz. Also, Gorillaz and Scott Pilgrim both embody my teenage years.
Yes, and what I like is that instead of I love the songs, and I know there's a lot of work that goes into animation, and especially if you're syncing it up with live action footage. But the visualizers they did for their other songs, okay, but why?
Oh, you mean by the time you mean the cheaply done visualizers for some of their songs, like Andromeda?
It's just like a planet, or it's a highway, and it's kind of synced to the music, but not really. I mean, that's fine, but also why?
Because I guess why not? I think they've done similar stuff like that to their old songs. I can't remember.
I know at the concerts they do. I saw Gorillaz live during the Humans tour, and there were some
visuals
that they had.
That it was just stock movements of the.
Oh yeah. All those visuals you see in the music videos that don't have much animation. I think those are going to be used in. Why did I forget the word live performances? There we go.
Yeah, I've adopted that from regular show. Ooh, can we talk about Mordecai being a simp?
Oh yeah.
yeah. He's a Simpson. Close Enough is going to be on HBO Max finally.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Mordecai is yellow. He's a Simpson, and he loves to drink Duff beer. Anyway, Close Enough.
All right, but before we talk about that, I wanted to talk about when Mordecai was trending on Twitter, the official Cartoon Network account was when hashtag Mordecai is trending, and it was a thing of Rigby pulling up a chair going, this is going to be good. Even though I'm pretty sure they did not know what was going on with the hashtag.
Nah, I think they know because that Rigby gif is a perfect use of the situation.
It was Mordecai's a simp. And then the simp thing started trending, and now everybody's kind of sick of it.
Simp has always been a thing, but it's now interested because it's again, people only go on Twitter and they only give a shit about what goes on Twitter. And if they bring up something old, then people will care about it. No one cares about anything anymore. As long as your favorite celebrity brings it up, then they'll care about it.
I did it again. It's so encoded into my vocabulary.
Except when it comes to this, I would do it aggressively because I really hate how people act so fake and they only care about something if Pan Pizza talks about it. I love Nacho Libre.
Remember.
Yeah. I love Nacho Libre, but I think people are only going to care about it because Pan Pizza talked about it.
I do remember when he reviewed the Christmas light. Not a week, maybe 2 days later, a group of other reviewers somehow tracked down a VHS copy of The Christmas Light and reviewed it that very same week.
Oh my God.
That was like one of the most obscure things he ever talked about, and a group of randos just so happened to have a VHS copy.
Yeah.
Red Letter Media.
Yeah, I don't like that people try to like act like this animation is big for everything, and it's like I wish people were more personal with what they're talking about. Like, I mean, at least Rebel Taxi is kind of being all personal with some of the stuff he likes too, and the stuff he doesn't care about, he flat out says he doesn't care about, but he talks about how X and Y is a big influence on the industry, and we need stuff like that. Like, God, I feel like in his video talking about Glitch Techs, he's going to talk about how we need shows like Glitch Techs because the industry will be hip with us and blah, blah, blah. Shut up. There were video game related stuff that came before with people that were hip with it, like Scott Pilgrim, for instance. And also No More Heroes. Oh my God.
I feel like if he were to talk about it, he would start making comparisons to things like that in Megas XLR and how most people like, or how it affects gaming culture in general. Like a lot of people were quoting a bunch of video game related cartoons and movies. And I feel like this is going to be like one of the next new things where people start just like quoting things and taking GIFs of the show for reaction images.
Yes! Oh my God! I'm going to hate that where people are just posting a basic ass reaction image to a fucking a thing where it's like, I don't know, Miko going, "Oh, do not want to." A live action reboot announcement. I'm sick of that shit. Like, yeah, live action reboots stink, but I'm just tired of hearing the same old song and dance.
Pokemon song and Pokemon dance.
Oh yeah, the Pokemon CGI movie that everyone hates because CG is worse than animation, even though Spider-Verse is amazing. Like every CG has to look like. I'm sorry, am I salty right now?
Just a little bit.
Okay. I'll tone it back. But can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
I don't want people to treat an animation medium as superior to another because animation is amazing regardless of how you do it.
Yeah, although I do wish people would stop calling the Lion King live action a live action. It's animated. Nobody is saying anything otherwise.
Yeah, wait, did they film Africa and they put CG over it, or did they animate Africa?
I'm pretty sure they went on location, filmed a bunch of Africa, and then left. Or maybe they even CG'd some of it, because like, what is it? What's the rock that they stand on for Circle of Life and all that? I'm pretty sure that was CG'd.
All right, so I can accept the idea if it's like they have a bunch of animals and then they CGified it with it. Just, man, I wish that the story was a lot better and more creative.
And not so colorfully dead. Like, oh my gosh, the color palettes in those were just so dirty. And
Africa ain't that dirty.
No, I mean like the color palettes of the characters. They all felt like they were sun bleached in the worst way.
Ugh. I've seen more colors in ZooBooks. Remember those?
Oh, I remember ZooBooks.
Yeah. Did you get the tiger poster?
I did not. Because I could not afford.
I think there were ZooBooks in one of my in a classroom, like one of the classrooms I was in, and maybe there was a tiger poster on the wall. I'm not sure though.
God, the legendary tiger poster.
Yeah. If that's that is a symbol of status right there. If you got the tiger poster in your room somewhere.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you have level 99 Pokemon? Well, guess what? I have the tiger poster. Books. I outrank you.
Seriously. Man, people only also give a shit about nostalgia if a celebrity talks about them too, because I don't think anyone wants to get in touch with their own nostalgia and their own niche things, because everyone grows up with Spyro and Crash and Mario and Sonic. I grew up with fucking Lego Racers, all right?
I actually grew up with Mr. Driller on the PS1.
Oh, what's Mr. Driller?
All right, you remember Dig Dug?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Driller is Dig Dug's son, and he had some games on the Game Boy and the PlayStation, and that was my very first video game, was Mr. Driller on the PlayStation 1. And that song, or the first song that you hear in the first level, is my absolute favorite video game music of all time. I am being absolutely biased.
Mr. Driller's design speaks to me.
Yeah, I love it. It's just amazing, and it influenced me so much.
The art style speaks to me so much.
And then, of course, like, we switched over from PlayStation to Xbox, and then finally I branched off into Nintendo because I just like the aesthetic of Nintendo games more than realistic brown. And that was the point where I got Nintendo, when everything was starting to get quote unquote more realistic and everybody was using a bunch of browns.
Yeah, everyone is tired of hyper realistic nonsense.
Oh yeah, stylization, please. It lasts longer.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, Devil May Cry 3 and Resident Evil 2 look amazing, despite it being hyper-realistic and everyone having super detailed teeth.
And for as much grief as I give it, like, and even though it's technically not a beatable, playable game, the Chicken Little video game.
Oh my god. I used to play the Game Boy Advance game so much as a kid.
Okay, so I recently downloaded the Chicken Little video game because I played it as a kid. I beat it as a kid somehow. And I was like, okay, I guess since I beat it, it has to be at least somewhat fun. And so I downloaded it and I could not get past like the halfway point because it froze, and no matter what I did, no matter who I prayed to, it would not go past the loading screen, and I just had to refund the game. It was the first game I've ever had to refund on Steam.
Wait, you bought it on Steam?
Yeah, it's on Steam.
There's
a bunch of Disney games on Steam right now. I also bought Wall-E, and I'll tell you something interesting about it in a second. Holy crap.
What the fuck? Why is it on Steam?
I don't know, but like I guess they just recently got there.
Oh my god. All
like,
right,
there's
Jedi.
there's a lot of old Star Wars games on Steam. I bought a Humble Bundle, so I have a bunch of Star Wars games.
Oh my god,
Play Force Unleashed
Disney Infinity is on here. I remember. But apparently you could download all the characters, so you don't even need the figures.
Then what's the point? The figures are the whole reason you would want to play the game.
Is the figures? Well, I mean, if the figures are too expensive to buy because they could be so damn rare, and if you just want to play the game, sure. I want to... Oh god, you're making me want to collect the figures now, because those figures are really good.
They're good quality figures. That's what I'm like.
Yeah, they're like on sale now. Like they're like in.
Like I can't tell you how many times I've used my Mario amiibo as a reference to draw Mario.
I miss Disney Infinity.
Mm.
It was a genuinely really fun toy box of a game.
And what was the other one? Not
Lego Dimensions.
No, not Lego Dimensions.
Skylanders?
Yes, Skylanders.
I remember when that game was first announced and everyone hated it because it raped Spyro.
Oh, yeah, Spyro looked terrible in that game.
Yeah, it kind of grew on me because I knew this wasn't the exact Spyro. I didn't grow up with Spyro personally, but it kind of grew on me, Spyro, and then the Netflix show came out, which, by the way, is actually a pretty funny show.
Oh, yeah, that show had a Crash Bandicoot episode where he was all alien.
Yeah!
I heard Crash Bandicoot's voice there. It was so jarring.
Yeah, he seems like a babbling idiot, but then he spoke really eloquently. Like, the fact that he was like a verbose Australian was funny.
Yeah, the juxtaposition of how we expected versus what we got.
I'm happy with what I got because Skylanders is just a different take on all these characters. Like I really don't hate Skylanders as much as everyone else does.
Yeah,
like, I like the Bowser Donkey Kong thing.
I looked at the comment section of the Crash clip and people didn't like it. But I thought it was funny.
Well, screw that. Rigged Crash continuity. Shut up.
Yeah, it's
Things
just
rebooted all the time. Eventually, you'll get something you like.
Yeah,
I just want Tawna titties, and that's all I care about. And I'm so happy you could play as her in CTR.
Oh, right, the thing I was gonna say, Wall-E on Steam, and I think it's a port of the Xbox 360 version. What interested me is, have you ever seen the deleted scenes to Wall-E, like on the DVD?
No.
Okay, so when Wall-E and Eve are in the junkyard, originally, according to these deleted scenes, it was Eve that needed repairs, and Wall-E was going around looking for parts to repair her, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
But they flipped the script in the final version where Eve needed to repair Wall-E. I guess they sent an early script over to the game development part just to have a game release on time because they went with the original version of the script in that one. You have to help Eve in the game version, and I was like, is this what the movie could have been, like early draft?
Or what? So it wasn't just like a scene made in the game just for the sake of it being a game?
No. Well, I mean, it had gameplay reasons, but at the same time, it did follow the deleted scenes real to a T almost.
Okay.
That interested me a lot.
I'm sorry, I am typing in another server here. Hope you don't mind.
It's all right. What's the next thing on our topics list, Shane?
Oh yeah, Samurai. Speaking of video games, Samurai Jack video game.
It's coming out, and it reminds me of that one Samurai Jack Shadow game for the PlayStation 2 that looks really assy, but this one does not look assy at all. It looks really fun.
Yeah.
People finally learned how to take a 2D object and put it in 3D without making it look disgusting.
Oh my god, remember Punch Time Explosion? That looked pretty good, actually.
Yeah, like there are some designs that can work in 3D as long as the model sheet is followed. And then there are things like the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour, where it kind of looks extremely jarring in 3D.
Oh my god, yes. They made like 3 specials of that series, and I didn't exactly care for it as much as everyone else did.
Yeah, and then, like, strangely enough, all right, 3D objects should be able to translate really well into 2D, because you're only viewing it from one angle constantly, no matter what medium it is. But they somehow messed it up to where even the 2D versions of Jimmy Neutron looked jarring.
Oh my god. If you look at my persona, like, clearly he looks like someone that works best in 2D. I don't know how he would make it 3D with those spiky hair.
It might be like a physics thing.
It could be an interesting challenge. You know how they make Mickey Mouse in 3D?
They have spheres instead of planes.
Wait, okay. How do I explain this thing where it's like, yeah, it's like a flat ear, but, you know, there's like a bulb at the end, at the bottom of the ear to make it look like a round dimension?
What I imagined was like, it's a sphere, or 2 spheres on his head that have a completely black, no reflection texture that's constantly, that way it constantly faces the viewer at all times.
That would be really stylized.
Might be.
Do people think that stylization is a kid thing purely?
I hope not. Stylization is how you prevent is how you beat the passage of time.
I don't want to believe that, for lack of a better word, normies believe that stylization is a kid's thing, because what if they see a stylized drawn penis? Like, if there's an animated penis, is that for kids now just because it's animated? According to YouTube, yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh, yeah.
When YouTube first animated their implemented their COPA system, that was a rough week.
And YouTube considers that Happy Tree Friends and Smile.avi that fucking inappropriate My Little Pony song.
Smile, Cupcakes, what was the other one? All those .mobs by Max G.
Yeah, I know it's YouTube being incompetent, but I like to believe deep down that YouTube thinks that this all is for kids because they really think that kids love violence.
And it irks me so much. This problem could have been solved with it's the parents. It's always the parents, and you can't convince me otherwise that it's not the parents' fault for all of this. Monitor your child's internet activity. If you give them an iPad and walk away, you are responsible for any and everything that happens.
People don't want to take responsibility for everything, because if they do and they admit their problems, then they think that they made a mistake in life and they want to die. That's my assumption. That is incredibly broad. I'm sorry.
It's like when people got mad at GTA for being GTA. It's like, how dare you sell me this adult rated M game to my small child? It's like,
you know what? Okay. Maybe they don't want to deal with the kid crying in the game store, but how come no one gave a shit about Mad World? Or, I don't know, any other violent game that wasn't Manhunt and GTA?
I think because, didn't Mad World, sell poorly?
But it was more violent than GTA ever was.
Well, I think it's just because GTA was still a big brand at that time.
Okay.
And that was what everybody focused on.
But it still exists, and people could find it. No More Heroes 2.
Yeah. It's like, all right, so...
And Doom! Oh my god, Doom! How come no one gives a shit about Doom now?
I mean, they're giving plenty of it now that it's coming out on March 20th.
Oh, yeah.
One copy of Doom Eternal, please. One copy of Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Return of the Jet. Return of the Brick.
I love how, all those memes are absolutely true.
Yes. Oh my god, yeah. I guess people are getting upset because, it's a forced... I don't care. I don't care about anything. I just know... I just want video games to not cost $60 when they come out.
Yeah, it's production costs, I think.
By the way, is it really true that kids love violence?
I mean, I like violence, and I was a kid once.
Yeah. I remember going on 4chan and talking about TMNT in one thread where people are like, wow, it's crazy that these kids show has so much violence. And then a guy responded by saying, so, kids love violence. I don't see a problem.
Like Tom and Jerry, that was pretty much for all audiences, and how much violence did that have? Imitatable violence at that. Looney Tunes were playing with dynamite. And then, Fred Flintstone, he would constantly yell.
But it's all cartoons and stuff. Oh, Fred Flintstone, he always gets hit on his head, and he forgets who he was. This one time, he thought it was a mob boss.
And then he had a commercial where he was advertising cigarettes.
Oh, why didn't Harvey Birdman have that in that episode?
Well, because like the Flintstones actually advertised cigarettes at one point.
Yeah, they did, but it would have been funny if Harvey Birdman brought that up.
Good point.
You know, like how Scooby-Doo, in that Scooby-Doo episode, they really were suspicious of Shaggy smoking weed.
Oh, yeah.
That was the kind of the joke, wasn't it?
It was the joke, and the movie didn't have the balls to really show them smoking weed, but the episode did.
Or at least imply it, like have the mystery machine be hotboxed.
Yeah. You know, I just realized something. Scooby-Dooby! Harvey Birdman's a good show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I need to watch more Adult Swim shows. Like, I've seen a bit of Harvey Birdman. My friends have been, like, showing me a lot of Space Ghost, and I really like that show.
Harvey Birdman recently came out with like a 20-minute special that is going to be dated by next year.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was kind of funny seeing the hippo be like an Alex Jones type character, but I don't know. And it was pretty funny regardless, and it's nice to see Harvey Birdman back. I'm tired of this generation of politics because I'm just tired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just don't pay attention.
I don't pay attention myself, but so many of the cartoon creators we follow sure give a shit about politics. Like Alex Hirsch won't shut up about it, which is fair because everyone wants to have a voice to say and do a bunch of shit. But anyway, what's the next topic here? Scrolling up.
Sam Raimi directing Doctor Strange 2.
Oh yeah, I hope that means we'll get Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, I'm hoping for like I know there's alternate universe
dimensions. Yes. I really want there to be an Ultimate Spider-Man animated movie where it's like a sequel to Spider-Verse and every Spider-Man ever is there. Sam Raimi, even Andrew Garfield.
It's just a remake of Infinity War, but all Spider-Man.
Oh no, not Infinity War. Endgame.
You're right. I keep getting them all mixed up.
Well, I actually kind of want Big Hero 6 to be part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh, I would love that. I want to see what live action Baymax would look like.
Oh my god. I was thinking more like in Big Hero 6 too, they go through all the dimensions, meaning alternate versions of themselves. The comic accurate version, and for some reason Penny Parker's there.
Oh yeah.
I really want Spider-Verse 2 to be about Olivia Octavius and Venom.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Like, I don't think I saw Olivia Octavius at the end of Spider-Verse. Like, she just got hit with a truck and we never saw her again.
Oh yeah,
I think she got knocked into the dimensional rift.
Oh shit! I hope.
Yeah, I assume she'll like show up in another dimension or something.
She will. Oh my god!
That might be why. At the very end of the movie, Gwen was like, "Hey, you got a sec? I think one of your friends dropped in."
Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god.
Where it's about Miles going into everybody else's dimension.
I want that to be the thing, because God, the best thing about the Sonic. You cool with me spoiling a section in the Sonic movie or no, Shade?
It's fine. I'm not gonna be seeing it until like it's on.
There's the badass fight scene where Sonic and Eggman are chasing each other. They go through different parts of the world, but I wish they did more with that, but I'm happy that we got an amazing action scene.
Oh,
that was the best. That was the best part of
the Sonic movie. I do remember that, like near the beginning, like Sonic was like previewing Mushroom World, and he just offhandedly comments, "I hate mushrooms." I hope that was a backhanded compliment at Mario. Because that's what I saw it as.
I think it just works all around because there was mushrooms in Sonic before.
Yeah, the way he like emphasizes like mushrooms in general.
It sounds less on the nose than bringing up a plumber, so that's good.
Yeah, and I do like what they did with Dr. Egg. Like, I know some people were on the fence about Robotnik Eggman, and like I like how they established that both names exist in canon. Robotnik is his name, and Sonic gave him the nickname Eggman.
I love that.
In the same way he gave everybody else a nickname, and I hope that people start referencing Donut Lord a bunch.
Oh yeah, and Sonic gave everyone a nickname, so that's why Eggman is a thing.
Yeah, which I think that was also the reason in canon. He just wanted to make fun of him, so he just started calling him Eggman.
Yes. Yeah, Eggman Sonic is just apparently there's so many personalities of Sonic in each incarnation that everyone wants a different everyone just wants a different kind of Sonic, from what I can gather, but I just want to see Sonic doing Sonic stuff.
For the Blu-ray release, I want them to release the alternate universe cut where it's the original Sonic design.
Oh my god. Or at the very least, we could have like a behind-the-scenes look where Sonic is going over the history of the movie. Now, see, this is what I look like. Ugh, scary, I know.
So we scrapped that, and we decided to hire... No, I'm not going to insult nobody.
No, he's not gonna. He's just gonna say that's scary. So we scrapped that and hired someone else. We hired a guy named after chicken, Tyson. Have you seen the Mega 64 Sonic Rules video?
No.
Do you know who Mega 64 is?
Yes, I do know. I just haven't seen that one specifically.
They made a video called Sonic Sucks where they're shit talking the Sonic restaurant, and it's vaguely.
Yeah.
They recently released one called Sonic Rules where they're vaguely talking about the movie. There's a part where they said where Sonic brought in Tyson to make it all better, and they're like, "What? Tyson chicken?" It's so on the nose. I love it.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Sonic restaurant sucking, like Lars from the first podcast, like I was in a call in the first podcast, and he brought up how Sonic sucks in LA apparently.
I wouldn't know. I'm down here in the lower half of the United States.
Sonic is good where I live. So
I mean, the one problem I have with Sonic the restaurant is awkwardly enough, they are one of the slowest restaurants in the entire state. Like, I get you have to make everything fresh, but at the same time, I would like my food, please, at this fast food restaurant.
Yeah. I never been to Sonic in my life. I just know it exists.
Yeah, the normal way it happens is like you drive, it's a drive-in, so you park, you press a button, it's like, I want this, this, and that, and then you wait 2 hours for your food.
I wish the waitresses looked all fancy like 80s waitresses, and they were pretty cute, and they had rollerblades.
That would be nice if it wasn't freezing cold.
Okay, good point. Maybe it'll be in the summer. I'm excited for the summer right now.
Yeah, I think
and then once summer hits,
I just want roller skates.
And then once summer hits, I'm going to be excited for the winter, and the cycle continues.
Yes. I'm more excited for the in-between months, except for spring. Spring can go suck a fat one.
Is it because it's you get allergies?
Yes, I have bad pollen allergies, which isn't a really big problem. I stay inside a bunch.
My nostrils are pretty rough and dry, so spring coming in is not going to be good for me.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't have to go outside too much.
Shade, was that your puppy?
I don't know.
Because I heard squeaking.
I also heard some squeaking.
I don't. He maybe he's not a puppy. He's like pretty old, but he's a little dog.
What? Oh, okay.
Doggy.
Dogs.
It might have been my chair. I'm not sure.
So what else do you want to talk about? Did we run our course for this week?
I forgot to ask for questions. Let me do that real quick.
Okay. Yeah. There is a question. Like from leftover that.
Oh!
There was a question we didn't answer last time.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
What's the? All right. We can do this.
What's
everybody's
the worst
trying to stay
anime?
Worst modern anime. I don't keep up with modern anime, but
yeah.
But you know what? I remember hearing about one anime that I think came out recently called Glamorous Heroes.
I don't know.
It's an anime based on a game, which was based off the infamous 300 Heroes.
Oh.
Yeah, and the anime is just absolutely fucking pitiful.
I don't really keep up with the anime seasons as they happen. I usually go back later and watch whatever people recommend.
I don't binge watch. The only show I really got to binge watch was Glitch Text lately and Devilman Crybaby.
Oh yeah. I like Devilman Crybaby.
Devilman Crybaby is like my all-time favorite anime, and I loved Devilman before Crybaby came out, so I'm really happy what they did with Devilman.
Mm-hmm.
I did hear a lot of people complaining about there was like a bunch of isekai.
A bunch of what?
All right, isekai is a brand or is a genre of anime where basically the main character is in the real world, but then they die somehow in a very horrific way, like a car accident, and then they wake up in like this fantasy world. Like, they usually have titles like That Time I Was Reincarnated, but such and such, and yada, yada, yada.
That's a genre? But no, Devilman Crybaby, I don't recall that being isekai.
Yeah, no, like, there was just a bunch of it popping up, and I saw a bunch of people complaining about how there's an oversaturation of that specific genre. Like, that super specific genre.
I mean, the Devilman manga has isekai, where Devilman actually comes into the real world where he's a manga. The Devilman manga is the plot of the Devilman manga. Like, it started off as a simple contained story, but then it got a whole bunch of sequels, and midquels, and things got really confusing. Devilman met Hitler, okay?
Excuse me?
Devilman met Hitler! In the Devilman manga, there was a manga release called Shin Devilman that's now in the American released Devilman manga you could buy in Barnes & Noble, where him and Rio go back in time and I guess save Joan of Arc and kill they say the fucking Hitler was there.
Wait, they went back in time and they didn't kill Hitler.
They didn't kill Hitler because there were demons messing with time and they wanted to set things right in time. So, they let Hitler live, but that's probably for the better because I wouldn't want a Hitler demon for them to fight. That'd be tasteless. That's better than the Goku and Frank fan fiction. Remember that?
I remember the Goku and Frank fan fiction. Holy crap.
Yeah, and then Hitler became a Super Saiyan.
Oh no.
That was so terrible. I can't get it out of my brain, and now it's resurfaced. Thank you very much.
It can't be as bad as the fan fiction where a guy and a humanization of the Titanic fall in love and they fuck.
Stop.
No, it gets better. Thomas the Tank Engine was there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and Mario and Luigi and Frodo from not Frodo, Frollo from Hunchback.
Oh my gosh! All right,
I listen. I love the internet, and this is why I don't get traumatized by fan fiction. I think it's amazing, but I'm not going to be like, "Ooh, this is cringe." Let people be creative, okay?
I know, but I'm traumatized in different ways. I found so many things I wasn't supposed to, because of the internet, and ironically enough, because of Newgrounds. And now I was scarred then, but I'm more or less normal now, but I've got a lot more resistance to weird stuff.
What you're grossed out by is really inconsistent. Like, oh, you're okay with seeing drawings of skulls getting crushed, but no, you don't get, there was a time I actually saw, I'm not going to go into detail of what I saw. So
yeah, don't, please.
Let's move on.
Yeah. It's like, no, what you're grossed out by can be totally dependent on how you see it. Like, a drawing of a bug being squished in a cartoon, okay, it depends on how detailed you want to make it. A very close-up drawing, or not a drawing, a very close-up, really detailed live-action video of a bug being squished on camera, now that might gross you out some.
Yeah, because I don't know, violence in fiction is cooler. Have you seen how Mad World does it? It's scary if you see it in real life because it's just there and nothing is just happening. It's just scary.
There's no sound effects and no fun announcers. It's just screaming and then a guy dies.
Kill Bill. Oh my god, that movie is super violent, but it's super fun. There was yeah.
No, I was thinking of something else. Go ahead.
There was a scene in the first Kill Bill where everything was black and white because there was so much blood, but the blood wasn't even.
Yeah, and there was that cool anime segment.
Yeah, everyone was exploding in Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid. Like that's the advantage of the animation medium. I hate when people call it a genre. It ticks me off so much. But that's the advantage of animation as a medium. You can depict things that would be next to impossible, or at the very least extremely expensive in live action. And because of the suspension of disbelief, you can tell much more grandiose stories as long as you have the ability to draw it, You
can draw anything, yeah. And it's just drawings.
It's just a drawing, guys. Calm down.
Calm down, son. It's just a drawing. Take it easy. It's just a drawing. Man. Life is confusing.
Yeah.
So what now?
Well, nobody asked any questions, so
I guess everyone is tired and they don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is the end of the.
Yeah.
It's the end of the podcast.
Okay.
So Trent, before we leave, now is the time for shilling. What would you like to shill?
Okay, my YouTube channel, One Man Show Off. My Newgrounds, One Man Show Off. My Twitter, One Man Show Off. My Instagram, One Man Show Off. All of them One Man Show Off, so you'll be able to find me there. And I post a lot of art. I retweet stuff. I'm very infrequent with my videos, but that's fine. You can't rush art.
You can't rush perfection.
Especially since it's not even real.
Yeah. Right. So, Shade, you'll be putting all those in the description, right?
Yeah.
All right, then. This has been the Animated Dudes Podcast. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Adios!